No more, it's by demand of everyone in the comments, your boy, Joinen. You guys asked me to look at Australia's worst TV show again, so today you can look forward to a thieving financial advisor loving the attention in court, a line dance teacher accused of waltzing away with people's money, and let's not forget the grand finale, milk prices.
Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw.
What up, Tracy? Where you been?
Not all thieves operate in the shadows. Gabriel Nakal hid in plain sight. When we found him at court, he loved the attention.
Is that humans don't mean what they say most of the time.
So I love to piss everyone off. That's like my thing.
He was a con man right from the beginning.
Mr. Nakal, Sylvia Jeffries from A Current Affair. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
In the first 49 seconds, we already have our first run and shun.
He's a singing, dancing, self-declared genius.
I didn't believe it myself when I was diagnosed with savantism.
You can't believe him, you can't trust him.
And that's all I care about. It's all I care about, man. I care about the truth coming out.
Well, the truth is now out, and it's not good for this former financial advisor.
These are good, hard-working people, Mr. Nakal. You've left them with nothing. You've got absolutely nothing to say to them.
And he's got absolutely nothing to say to you, which you already knew. It's not a current affair without someone chasing someone down, hurling insults at them, and they just have nothing to say in response. Ever.
The 38-year-old pleaded guilty to dishonestly dealing with millions of dollars belonging to clients who trusted him with their life savings.
Just gotta say, the glasses, great look.
Annette and Andrew Gadsby were on the verge of retirement when they met Gabriel Nakal. He'd been recommended by friends.
Apparently not very good ones.
How much money did Gabriel take from you?
Roughly around 200 probably.
200? That's not that bad.
200,000.
200,000? What?
And how much of that did you get back from him?
None. None at all, nothing.
She's just laughing.
Because he used it to pay other clients and his own personal bills.
It sounds a little bit like a certain MCN business on YouTube.
Growth has been exponential since the beginning, and it's great.
Okay, any problems, give me a call. But so far, so good. You'll get your next report soon, but I'm very happy and I'm impressed with myself as always, and I hope you guys are as well.
I'm impressed with myself as always, and I hope you guys are impressed with me as well. Also, the growth was exponential since the beginning, before it even had time to grow. The growth was exponential.
He acted very much like he really cared about his clients.
The one thing that keeps me going.
I don't like to judge people based on their looks, but if you're seeking the help of a financial advisor that looks like this, I don't know. Even when he is wearing a suit, he's wearing some funky glasses. And something about that doesn't spell out, you can trust me with your hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not blaming the victims. I'm just saying he should work on his look a little bit if he's gonna continue his swindling business.
Took the money and did whatever he wanted, you know.
Can I just say, this woman has a really great attitude towards this. How many people would you see responding like this after they've been swindled out of $200,000? You gotta be a pretty tough person to be able to laugh it off like that.
Always the showman, Gabriel Nakal had his camera rolling as he arrived at court to be sentenced. He also rolled on our cameraman.
I'm filming them, filming me. Yeah, why not?
That's always people's favorite thing to do, as if it's some kind of defense. They see it like it's somehow the modern equivalent of drawing your sword out against someone else, when in reality, it's not doing anything, and you know it. The cameraman's just filming. You're not getting him good by filming him back.
Are you sorry for what you did to these families? Is there anything you would like to say to them? You lied to them. You misled them.
Here's my point. He's recording the run and shun. There's already huge cameras on both of you. Everything that's being said is already being recorded. A Current Affair aren't ashamed of this. They're broadcasting it on live television. They're obviously not very scared of you recording them back.
You lied to them. You misled them. You stole their money. You left them with nothing. There's nothing you'd like to say to them.
Now, whether it's fair or not, that's a pretty loaded question.
Thought you might like to talk to us today, Mr. Nakal. You seem to like being in front of the camera.
This isn't even a run and shun. This is like a roast from the host.
Gabriel Nakal will spend at least 6 years behind bars.
Thank you to all of you, right? I'll love you and leave you. All right.
Did he just say irate?
The flamboyant line dancing teacher is right at home on stage, but he's suddenly gone to ground after customers accused him of waltzing away with their money.
Line dancing puns. Is a line dance a waltz? Waltz. First waltz. Line dance. Line dance. Beginner waltz. Okay, the pun holds up.
You've got to face facts when there's so much stacking up here that
Oh yeah!
it is possible that it did turn into a con man.
It's totally possible.
Brett Jenkins claims to have all the moves.
Oh boy, he sure does have the moves. And I tell you what, those sneakers aren't not helping.
I find it hard to believe because he was such a personable man. But on the other hand, that's what con men are, isn't it? They are personable men.
For more than 10 years, the Twinkle-Toed Teacher has been
Twinkle-Toed Teacher.
organising and running everything from workshops to weekend getaways, even cruises for those with a love of line dancing.
He was a lovely man. He was approachable, he had a wonderful sense of humour, he was patient.
He practically deserves the money he took from me.
Little did anyone know this would be one of the last cruises Brett Jenkins would run. And the 37-year-old was about to sail off into the sunset, accused of taking his customers' line dancing loot, leaving a large number of victims in his wake.
I don't even understand how that happens. Did they like sign up for a year's worth of line dancing and he left after round one? Is there a prepayment system? Did he have a little kitty where everyone could keep their wallets while everyone was dancing?
Sue James claims she's been left out of pocket after signing up to a Brett Jenkins workshop that was to be held on the Gold Coast during this year's...
Whoa! $444 per person. 2 nights accommodation at the Mantra on View, Surfers Paradise. Full breakfast daily. Exclusive dinner on the Saturday night. Event t-shirt. That's worth the price per entry alone. 3 days of line dancing workshops and socials. So wait, he took all of the money or he just didn't show for the line dancing workshops?
My debt was $495 and there was just no answer. So I actually rang the hotel that we're staying at in the Gold Coast and they told me that the event was cancelled.
Okay. So he actually took all of the money.
Putting a call out on Facebook to anyone else who'd seemingly been ripped off by what looked like to be a fancy-footed fraudster.
The alliteration that a current affair comes up with, I've got to say, is pretty top-notch.
We had come up with at least $35,000 of people that had been hurt.
Jeez. Who knew line dancing was so popular? And why this guy?
They'd handed over their cash to Brett Jenkins and he simply hadn't delivered. Hay and Tim Whitehead from New Zealand say they paid Brett more than $1,400 to attend this Queensland line dance festival.
How much money is there in line dancing? This in itself is news to me. How can line dancing cost so much money?
I think people really now want blood. They want to see him prosecuted by the police and
want to see him hung in the town centre.
And they're not the only ones from across the Tasman to be stung by this boot-scooting scammer.
They're just rattling these off.
Our particular group, and then just half an hour down the line.
I see what you did there.
That's just in the sort of the greater Wellington area. Sure, there are plenty of others.
70-year-old Linda Summers first crossed paths with Brett at one of his workshops.
What makes Brett, specifically, so good that people would travel from New Zealand to Australia to do line dancing? Are there no line dancers in New Zealand? I don't know. I didn't even know there were line dancers in Australia.
70-year-old Linda Summers first crossed paths with Brett at one of his workshops back in 2006. After a long hiatus from the dance floor, she returned last year, signing up to one of Brett's Brisbane-based classes.
Long ago, in 06, I gave up line dancing. It was the end of the line for me. It was too much. I was good, could have been the best. But what it required of me, that's just a line I couldn't cross. Those days are past me. But when I saw that ad online, I couldn't help it. I had to call my old mentor. I got him on the line, and all he said was, do it. Do it for the line. And then Brett here just took my money. It was quite anticlimactic.
It was just nice to go back. It felt comfortable. It was easy. Same old Brett, bit older.
For 6 months, the classes ran like clockwork, but in February, Brett vanished.
Has anyone checked? Did he die? Did he just die? Are we just ragging on Brett because he vanished? Has anyone checked if Brett is still alive?
Classes right across Brisbane ceased and nobody has seen him since.
This is where Brett Jenkins lives. Clearly no one's answering the door this morning. I can see that the police have already been by to visit him. Neighbours tell us it's 2 weeks since they've seen anyone here and the lights haven't been on, so we can only presume he has done a runner.
Okay, I was joking, but has it seriously not crossed anyone's mind? Everyone seems to say he was doing just fine. He was a line dance teacher for how many years? At this point, he doesn't strike me as a con man. I kind of feel bad for him. This might be serious.
Just come forward and fix it.
Concerned family have taken to social media in a bid to track Brett down.
His own family don't even know where he is. Am I going crazy here? Sure, apparently there's a lot more money in line dancing than I originally thought, but it can't be enough to flee the country and make a life for yourself in Mexico.
Queensland Police and Fair Trading are investigating more than 40 complaints related to Brett Jenkins.
That's it! That's the whole story! Is him fleeing the country honestly the most plausible story here? Everybody's gonna feel real bad when it finds out that he was abducted. He was on one of his overseas line dancing trips and taken in by thugs. He begged them, please, I have so many old people, so many line dancers counting on me. Everyone back home just hates him. With the amount of little research that A Current Affair do into their stories, I honestly would not be surprised if they just overlooked the fact that he had a funeral and he's a line dance teacher who's been doing it for over a decade. I don't think you teach line dancing for over 10 years and then just become a con man. I'm almost completely on this guy's side.
Up next, the truth about Australia's supermarket milk price war.
I can guarantee you that it's made a huge difference to my bottom line.
Wow, how did that guy manage to sound so Southern American, yet so Australian? Oh no, here come the millions of ads. You have no idea.
That's what Megan likes. That's what matters.
All right, a few years later, milk prices.
Welcome back. The days of paying $1 a litre for milk are coming to an end. So what will that mean for you and our struggling dairy farmers?
Do I have to make a guess? Slightly more expensive milk, big positive effects for dairy farmers. There will be some outraged civilians who are very upset that their milk now costs $1.20 per litre, and then everyone with a brain will say, yeah, but at least Australian farmers can continue being farmers.
All we're asking is give us an extra 10 cents.
Apparently it's not even $1.20, it's $1.10.
All Peter Garrett knows is dairy farming. His family have been doing it for 93 years.
These cows never have a day off, which means the farmers don't either. Christmas Day, Easter, your birthday, it doesn't matter.
Wait, you're telling me these cows are working on my birthday? Outrageous!
Here, morning and afternoon, milking.
It's not a very good ad for the farmers. That just sounds like some severely overworked cows.
Find it's valued less than water.
How would that make you feel when you see your milk worth less than water?
To put the effort in and do what we do and get basically ripped off, it takes its toll.
Peter Garrett's farm outside Toowoomba in Queensland has been in drought for several years. The place is so dry, even the cactus are dying.
Cactuses survive in deserts.
The extra 10 cents a litre sounds so insignificant, but to this farmer, it means an extra $10,000 income every month.
Whew, that's pretty good.
Then yesterday, the farmers were finally heard. Coles and Aldi both announcing a 10 cent per litre increase on their 2 and 3 litre milk bottles.
Sweet. I'm going to pause it there before we get to the moment where there's a bunch of angry civilians super disappointed that they have to spend 10% more on their dollar milk. There's a little glimpse into the Australian milk farmer crisis for all you non-Australians. If you like this series, let me know, because I will probably either do it again or I won't, based on whether you guys like it. Get your wholesome merch in the description below. Thank you, this person, Sarah Gabrielli, for retweeting my last video. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.